All right, we've got it shared on the Instagram story. Let me pull up the chats here so I can see what you guys are saying. All right. Looks like we're all good to go. What's up, y'all? Hope you guys are having a fine Tuesday evening. All right, let me get my project up here, and then we can get rolling. I'm gonna talk for a little bit. Um, so what we got going on? I guess I'll leave that up. What the? Streamlabs has hijacked my perfectly aligned dock. Anyway, welcome. Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Everybody who's getting in here early, I really do appreciate it. I guess I should probably check audio levels, make sure. All right, yep, you guys can hear me. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Can you guys hear Logic? Okay. Awesome. And guitar, you're not going to be able to hear because I've got it turned down. Turn that up. Grab a guitar. All right, yeah. All right, we got all the goodness. Everything's working. If you didn't catch it earlier today, I put out a post on Facebook and Instagram announcing kind of like the new content schedule around YouTube and stuff. So the idea is, I've been kind of inconsistent with content, and me being able to kind of map this out. It's going to be about, I wouldn't say it's the same time per se of viewing content, but it's going to be about the same amount of time that I put into the content. We're just kind of refocusing what I'm doing, just because time management is kind of the key to my life for the next 2 months, with school kind of winding down and everything getting hectic there. So I kind of wanted to pivot away from doing, how many ever hours I was. It was probably about 5 hours of live streaming a week. So I want to pivot that to just one night. We're gonna do Tuesday every night or every week at 9 p.m. We're gonna do a live stream, and it's gonna be probably about 2 hours because I've got a to-do list. So I'm gonna actually kind of plan out things beforehand, so I kind of have like an idea of what I'm gonna do going into this. And basically I'm gonna save all guitar tracking that I would normally maybe sometimes do off stream for this stream. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm gonna be, doing other things that need to be done. So that kind of gives me more things to do on here to keep me busy. And yeah, so that's that as far as the live streams go. And also I'm on my own personal YouTube channel now. Hit 100 subs on that today, which I'm really excited about. I figured just moving it from here to the band's, or from the band's YouTube page, just kind of made kind of more sense. It's just me here kind of tracking, and some of this stuff might not even pertain to the band. And I've kind of got a larger audience, and I really like the community that we're starting to grow here. I just enjoy interacting with people who like music. So there's a lot of you guys have just been viewing the covers and the reaction videos and all that stuff. So I really do appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to doing a cover video every week. Instead of Monday at 8 a.m., I'm going to do Tuesday, because a lot of times I can tend to get lazy on the weekends, or also just kind of get bogged down by schoolwork. So I like having that Monday buffer in there. So we're going to do those. Those are going to premiere at 8 a.m. on this YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on Twitch, let me get a link. It might be helpful. There. Wow, Twitch is telling me my own chat rules. I appreciate that, guys. So there you go. There's a link to the YouTube channel so you can sub to it. Whoops. Made chat disappear. I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that at 8 a.m. every week. Hopefully, obviously, sometimes if I just get busy enough, and if it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. And then I'm also gonna introduce a new YouTube series. I think I called it "Discuss Music." I think is where I wanted to go with. Basically, I'm just gonna pick some topic or something that I've been thinking about in music and kind of just ramble on about it. And that's gonna be premiering at Thursday at 8 a.m. And I'm gonna try my best to actually be there in chat when the videos start to premiere. I haven't been the best at that in the past because I tend to sleep through alarms and stuff and whatnot. But so yeah, that's going to be, and I think the first topic that I'm going to tackle this week is the lost art of albums, because I think we've kind of, as an industry and as consumers, people have kind of pivoted away from the album format, and really, albums obviously still exist. A lot of people put them out, but as far as consumption goes, a lot of people listen to things as singles, and I think there's a lot of value to be had in listening to a full, album just front to back. So I'm going to kind of talk about that, pick a couple albums that I think really kind of have a lot of extra value from being a completed work, rather than being oops, my bad, just be like a 3 minute or 4, some songs are 7 minutes, but when you get the full 45-minute or hour long experience, it's kind of like watching an episode of a TV show versus watching like a season. With an episode you only get part of it, whereas with the full TV show you kind of get, or the full season you get a full story. Should actually use that. I just thought of that analogy right now. I'm gonna I don't have my notepad here so I can write it down, but I'm gonna use that in the video if I can remember, which my memory isn't the best. So yeah, we're gonna do that on Thursday. We're gonna do these, and obviously I'm gonna sprinkle reaction videos in there. Those aren't like a planned thing. Obviously I could go back and find older music and react to that and just say do a reaction video every Friday. But what I like to do is grab new music and try and ride, quote unquote, ride the wave of the new music hype, just because that seems to be what's paid off. You look at how well the Mammoth WVH videos have done, the 1,000 views on those, and even the Liquid Tension experiment. Those videos have done really well, and it's new music. So I think that's where my time would be best spent, trying to grow this audience. And all of this is to try and put forth in motion, expanding this and making it something that's a lot more people, and then we can actually have a community. So setting up stuff like maybe a Discord server, and kind of have discussions there, and just really creating more community around it, more people, more support, and not just for me, but for it's nice to have a community. So, and then hopefully in turn, I can kind of get people into some of this music, and so I haven't quite figured out how to do that, because right now I'm kind of in a situation where the band's a little bit separate from what I'm doing personally. Obviously it is a band, so gonna try and figure out how to work all this into that. Because obviously, even though I definitely enjoy doing the streams, doing the YouTube videos, the main thing I like doing is writing music and playing with other people. So at the end of the day, that's kind of the end goal, and this is a means. Don't get me wrong, I definitely enjoy doing this too, but it's a means to kind of put more into that. Hey, what's up, Amelia? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. All right, I have rambled for 10 minutes. It's probably the longest I've rambled, and longer than anybody wants to listen to me talk. So we're just gonna get right into this. I'm gonna lower the desk here so you can kind of see the guitar a bit better. All right. So yeah, I wanted to work on this first. This is kind of, I started, as you can see up here on the title. Maybe not. It might be too small. The Not So Daily Riff 37. That's a series, and that's another thing. I've kind of put that on pause for a second. I might want to start doing that, because there obviously is a lot of value in TikTok. So I might try and get to do those like every third day. But right now, I genuinely really haven't had time to sit down and just write new stuff. It also kind of becomes a thing where it's like, do I really want to write new stuff right now? Because I've been writing like nonstop for the past year, and I've got so much stuff stockpiled up, it's almost a bit overwhelming. Just kind of like when I sit back and look at all the projects, or look at the board back there. I mean, literally the board's filled up with stuff. But anyway, so I'll try and get back on that. But right now, I don't have a set plan for that. But if you guys enjoyed that stuff, let me know, and I'll try and work that into the schedule. But anyway, let's get into the song. So this started as a knot. I've hit writers. I mean, if I sit down and try and write stuff, I definitely still can write stuff. But to me, like I said, and you might have missed it from earlier on, but right now a lot of what I'm doing is kind of time management, and I'm trying to shift effort into focusing more on the content aspect of things rather than the writing, because while I enjoy the writing stuff, that is very time consuming, and I'm very much so a completionist. So once I start something, I tend to want to finish it. So then at that point, I kind of start to put some of the content stuff aside and really just focus on writing. So it's not necessarily a sense of writer's block. When I have methods for getting around writer's block. Mainly, I'm fortunate enough to have a nice collection of guitars. So different guitars inspire me to do different things. Different tunings inspire me to do different things. So I don't tend to find myself in writer's block too much. It's just it's the completionist mindset that I have. I've really got to try and not be so set on completing things, because I have like a list of tasks that I've got to get done, and it's like I want to clear all of them, and I just don't think I'm ever going to get through and have like look at something and be like, wow, I have nothing to do. Anyway, song. So it's kind of this more what do you call it, spacey kind of deal with more delay. I've been trying to get more into the pedals. I've got a pedal board back there I recently set up, so I want to try and start utilizing that some more. So if I look here, no, I don't have any effects. So I think what I did is, for this, obviously I've got the delay, that kind of, what is it, that kind of bounces it, and then I've got the, kind of the low gain swells in there. So it's kind of on the softer side of things. So then I have it marked here. The idea is that right there, lyrics would come in, and also the bass. And then there's some ambient guitar landscape here. It really doesn't sound like a guitar. It's just what it's called. But kind of like a synth element, again, kind of adding more to that swell element. It go along with the guitar. I think it's an octave up from what I'm playing on the guitar. It's very jangly. I think it's a nice texture to add in. And then you kind of get the taper off of that, so I feel like that's a nice conclusion to the intro. You know, kind of a 50-second thing, and this will probably, I'll have some lyrics here that we'll bring in here in the intro, and then I'll bring it back whenever we get around to the outro. But then kind of go into this heavier thing, and this is what the actual Not So Daily riff I did was. So that's like the riff, and I think it's a cool riff. It's got some interesting chords that I just it's a Deftones chord I took from what's the song, Hexagram. That little chord there at the end of that, for anybody who's familiar with that song. So yeah, I kind of ripped that from that, and this chord here, you know, to that. It's kind of your standard, was it a sharp 5 interval? And then I just was like, hey, what happens if I bar it and add the low A sharp in? So that makes that minor. That's an octave of that. So it's basically like a minor chord with some extra textures, and my E string is out of tune. There we go. Let's add some extra things. Whoa! Landon, what's up, man? Dude, I really enjoy your new single. Yeah. Artis Gilmore, I think that's how you... Really enjoy that. Thanks for stopping by. But thank you, yeah. Glad you like it. Anyway, so we get into this thing, this next thing here. I kind of back it off here. I've been really getting into the bass. Like I said, I've been listening to a lot of Deftones, and I really just enjoy Sergio and Cheese bass work. So just kind of got inspired by this, or inspired by that, to kind of focus more on the bass. So kind of let that breathe here. Breathe here in this section. Dang, the allergies have been killing my voice. Not been good. So I do that, and then I think I go back to the next section. So we go back to kind of the heavier section, and then when I was jamming with somebody else, and kind of came up with a bridge section that kind of incorporates the low F sharp a little bit more. And it was, let me pull it up on my phone real quick, because I don't remember the exact rhythms, what I did for it. But I recorded it, which is always a good idea, folks. Record your ideas, because I have one too many times forgotten what I've wrote. Yeah, so then I kind of, I've been wanting to throw this like jazz chord into a song for a while now, and I haven't found a place to do it until now. So it's like, it's kind of like a back and forth thing like that. for a bridge. So I think that's a cool idea to throw in there. So let's go ahead and get to tracking that. So let me, I did the intro and the intro with lyrics tags there, but I completely forgot to do the other tags, but I'll throw those in later. Got time for that. So we'll throw in a bridge there. Should also add a lead in that heavy part. Yeah, are you talking about the one that I just played, the bridge part, Emilio? Or was it? Because yeah, that usually I tend to throw solos over the bridges. It just seems to be a thing that I do. I don't know. So yeah, that definitely is something. I don't try and force in solos too often. I try and, when it's necessary, put them in. Because I very much enjoy listening to vocals and melodies more than I do a bunch of, for lack of a better term, guitar wanking. Obviously, when it fits the song and it's tasteful, you know, it's great. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on tracking this. I'm not sure if this click. Let's see. Yeah, that fits it. It doesn't exactly fit the measures, but I'm not gonna go through and change all that. The tempo's right. Yeah, I'll definitely think about it, man. I'll definitely think about it and a thing to that, a solo to that section. It's definitely around the possibilities. We'll see. There's a good possibility I might end up tracking one tonight. Just let the song take me where it takes me. Anyway, so make sure we are on the right track here. Get all that. All right, let's do it. Let me give myself more than one bar of count. Be a thing that I added at the end there. I'm not sure. Just kind of was feeling that, but I don't know if that exactly fits. Oliver Games, welcome to the stream. Drop, yeah, I'm on a 7 right now, and a 7 string. I'm in a drop F sharp, so it's like tune your guitar down a whole and a half step, and then tack on an F sharp on the bottom. It's I mean, obviously, like your standard drop tuning on a 7 string, but I don't know, there's something about that I just like about the sound. Except for when my G string keeps going out of tune. What do I have on this? I have an 18. I really need to put something thicker than 18 if I'm going to tune this down to E. That's for whenever I change strings on this next. Anyway, let's double track that baby. I'm just blatantly playing the wrong chord there. So used to going back and forth between this and that. I'll go up here for that. This is a bad part about changing the rhythms while you're tracking. What did I play there? It's like not too different. Just throwing me off a wee bit. Anyway, all right, third time's charm. Surprised I remember that last part. All right. In the grand scheme of all things, how does this work out? Not sure if I like that transition. Let me give a bit more pre-roll. Alright, so I could see that going one of two ways. Either we go straight in like I have it there, or I could kind of go back to some of the more delayed, or the part with the delay pedal and the more kind of spacey effects. I mean, let's just try both. What the heck? Why not? Let's see. Let me find that. I probably could just copy paste and fly that in. Here, fly those in, take these, and ooh, let's see. Yeah, it goes there. See how that sounds. Oh, I am stupid. I copied and pasted that. I didn't move that section. All right. Nah, I like it just going straight into it. Sounds better. Alright, so we're going to do that, and while I listen back to it and kind of parse through the structure, I would like to retrack the bass part, because I've got some ideas for that. I think I can do a better job than what I did on the original recording. So let me go grab my bass. Underneath the table, go right into the DI, and I guess I'm probably gonna have to tune this. I forgot to do that before I got on here. This is what is this tuned to right now? It's a good question. I am not on the right channel. I also switched the input, so this should go back to input 1. Oh, that's hot. That's because I had the acoustic guitar in here before. It's fairly quiet. Oh, look at that. I think I'm actually in tune. Or no. C sharp. Oh, gee, look at that. I lucked out today. Sorry, I wish I could mute that, but if you can, I don't know how to. Probably definitely can. I'm just, when it comes to recording stuff, very dense. Alright, let's, I really don't want to track. Let me take a bit of a treble off this. It's a little hot. I don't want to track over and make like a take folder. So let me grab a new, pull out a new track here. So yeah, let me put one. Just name this base 2. Oh, let's track over here. Turn that off. Alright, let's just see where it takes me. Why all of a sudden are we really quiet? Am I stupid? Oh, I am stupid. It's because I didn't drag my amp over. Like, what? And what? So we start on, that's A sharp. We start on F sharp, right? Alright, why? Oh, why? It's my track. Not delete. There we go. Get that out of here. Let's try it again. Been a while since I've actually recorded anything. I haven't really thinking about it. So. Played an F sharp the first time instead of an F. My bad. Adventures of Not Remembering What You Played. That's what it is. It goes down to the F. I think in the original I go down to that low A sharp, but I think I just want to match the guitar on that one, to be honest. Guitar time was off there. That fill also just does not work. I'm listening back. Alright. 54th time is the charm. Sorry, my guitar timing is really, really bad there. This part is the part where I question whether I want to keep this thing up in A sharp or whether I want to drop it. Because originally there was no part in the song that actually really utilized that low F sharp other than like the really lush chord. But that really was there just kind of like a textured on top of the bass rather than like its own like guitar part. But this heavier section here definitely is like its own thing. Which that would be we'll try it, and if not, if it doesn't work, then I'll just drop the bass. Not like on the floor, but you know, like tuning. Turn. I guess my input must have just been way down. I'll just take it down. Like it had some meat to it that it didn't have before. Try it. At least let's try it, you know. Give ourselves options. This is... Love that, man. It's... On its own, it sounds so terrible. But once you add it into a mix, like, you can actually sort of hear it. I definitely... A P bass is not the bass that you should be dropping the F sharp, but I do it anyway. Anyway, let's try it. I like having an octave there. Just having that low F sharp there is... Like, you can barely even tell what note that is at that point. There's a C in there, right? I think there's a C in that chord. Fretboard. I'm looking at it. Yeah. There's a C in that. All right. So we can go. Let me try something. That still doesn't work. I don't know if I like that C there. Usually, sometimes when you get those like major 7 chords, you can get away with having the bass do the C. I can't remember what other song I did that in. I did it in one of the other songs though, but you can get away. Oh, I know exactly which one it was. It was was it that one? Yeah, it was the one where I was kind of like all over the fretboard. I think it's Lucid Dreams is what it's called. It probably doesn't mean anything to you guys, but anyway, let's listen back. I think that just adds too much tension to this section, so we're going to leave it at the octave. What was the fill I had before? Was yeah. Oh, that's cool. All right, let me try adding in some more flavor. There's no way that my intonation is literally better. Slightly, but you can kind of hear it. How pitched up that is. Whereas that sounds like it's on. That is really interesting that my... I mean, I guess C# is pretty... What do bass players normally use? Because I think I've got a 90 on this for the C#. And only a 120 for the F#. That, I mean, that's super light for the F# anyway, but I don't know if that's actually light for the C#. Anyway, let's listen back. I think that was a good take, and I think that's probably the best sounding, better sounding than just having the... With some mixing, it'll sound better. It's kind of like really blown out right now. But once I actually like mix that, I think that'll sound pretty cool. And I think also adding in a synth element there might help. But if we've got this down-tuned, let me go ahead and tune down these top two strings to match. Told you, we're really getting into down-tuned festivities today. Our bass all the way down to F#. A little bit ridiculous, but I think it sounds good. Anyway, all right. We'll do. Are we done with bass? Do we want to go back to doing guitars? Close that. Let me turn this down just a little bit. I'm also gonna take my input down a little bit. Even though it sounds crispy, it's just too loud. Yeah. All right. So if we go into a bridge here. All right, let's try getting out of the bridge. That's what we're gonna do. You should try tuning it. Try this tuning out. F. Oh, you're one of those guys. You do the B flats. Or you do flats. Oh, okay. It's drop A sharp with an F on the top. Yeah. So I've tried normal drop F. Um, so what is that? F C F A sharp D sharp G C. I've tried that out. Um, I mean, it's cool. It's another tuning that I have to keep up with, which is why or another level of tuning because that's two whole steps down. So I've tried to shy away from that. Also, um, being as I only have a 70 on the low string, um, things start to get a little bit muddy with the F. Um, so I think I might want to put like a 74 on the bottom if I really wanted to go down to that. Um, but yeah, but also doing the other tuning, like if I have like a standard 6 with the drop string, um, or yeah, a standard 6. Shoot, I've completely lost my train of thought. Right, if I do a standard 6 drop tuning and then I have that tuned all the way down, I don't know. It's just the shapes to me are weird. That coming from somebody who tunes their guitar to B D A D G B E, but at that point I really only use the low string just for the low B note. I don't really ever use it for chord shapes or whatever. Put 80 to 9. Having a 9 on the top's a little light. I did a composite set where I took a bunch of different strings that I had from different packs and whatnot and put them together, an amalgamation. I'm running, what do I have? 11, 14, 18, 32, 44, 56, 70, and I tune it F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B, E, G sharp, C sharp. Most of the time. Some of the times I'll tune it up to G sharp standard or even A standard. If the song calls for that, I have gotten rid of my standard like B standard tuning songs. So I think what I'm gonna do is you guys probably can't see it. I've got a black 7 string that's instead of 26.5 inches, it's only 25. I actually kind of prefer that, but that's a whole different thing. I'm probably going to gauge that up from 10s to I'll probably gauge that up from 10s to 11s and set that up for A sharp standard and then drop that to A, and I'll have this, or then have the option to drop it to A, and I'll have this set up for G sharp standard because these top strings are a bit light, some of them. Like having this 18 here, 18 gauge for the G string, it's too low. I probably need to put like a 19 or a 20 on it. Just get a little extra tension on it. But then I've got the 32, 44, 56, which for C sharp standard works great. And then this 70 here on the bottom kind of works for the, I don't know, I've got to experiment a little bit more with the gauges, but and then I guess if I wanted to I could drop it down to G or drop F, given the option. 80 is the heavier, yeah, I know 80 is the heavier string. Just putting the 9s on the top, like I've already got 11s on here and it's like the 11 on the top is fine, but I think I probably need to go 11, 15, 19 or 20 just to get enough for the top strings. But I'm trying to think more of a live setting, or keep more of a kind of a live performance setting in mind, as hopefully we're getting closer to that, knock on wood. But yeah, hopefully we're getting closer to that. So I try and keep that in mind. So I'm trying to uh, limit the amount of guitars I have to use um, on stage. Um, I mean, as far as six strings go, I have enough six strings to cover tunings. You know, fortunately, I have enough six strings to cover the tunings I want to. I only have two seven strings, and I'm not planning on getting another one anytime soon. That being said, I never planned on getting another Tremonti, and a deal fell on my lap that I couldn't resist, so I ended up getting one. But I'm not like overly enthusiastic about double cuts and whatnot. It's just not my style or preference. So I really like having the toggle switch up here and having two volumes. Use G C G C F A D. I don't have a like a drop tune pedal. I have a Digitech Whammy, not the drop version. So I only get to shift it down by a second, fifth, or second, fourth, fifth, or octave, and the octave, fourth, and fifths. Those just when you are pitch shifting down that much, it gets really goofy. So I would have to probably use that guitar and do drop C sharp with the G sharp on the low end. Or no. Or yeah, no. Never mind. I'm dumb. Yeah, so the GC. Yeah, that would be a second down. Yeah, I could try that. I'm still not super stoked on the sound of drop tuning that much, or the sound of pitch shifting with the pedal. Love drop tuning, but pitch shifting with the pedal, I'm still not super stoked on that sound. It's definitely synthetic, and I've had a lot where like when I'm playing, because I play leads and whatnot, but I very much get into like these chords that are very dense in notes, and a lot of times when I do that, I get a lot of wobbling on the pitch shift from what the guitar is actually into what it's trying to down tune to. So yeah, it's definitely something that I can try with an F down there. But like I said, I'm not in too much in writing mode. So yeah, I mean, I use whatever tuning will bring me whatever inspiration. I mean, I probably at this point have like 15 at least different tunings. Granted, some of them are like I think I have like 4 different variations of drop C that I use. But yeah, I'll use whatever. But I think the next purchase I'm gonna make, unless some of that PRS Tremonti stuff, the 20th anniversary that they're doing for that, unless one of those happens to be a 7-string, I seriously doubt any of them will be. But if one of those is that, I might have to buy one of those. But the circumstances of that release aside, my next purchase is probably going to be an 8-string, just because I don't know. I've tried doing drop E on this. It's very, very, very slinky. So having that and also having the extra range on the top and keeping the standard tuning on the top strings would be nice. Just give me more toys to play with. But Yeah, I'll definitely try out the that tuning. Um, Probably an uptuned version of it, but PRI should make an 8 string that's not private stock. Yeah, I honestly at some point I have a feeling that they're gonna. Well, I shouldn't say I have a feeling that they're going to make one. I don't know what they're gonna do. Um, but as you know, 8 strings progress, they already budged on the 7 string for Holcomb, so maybe they will do an 8 string um, Mark Holcomb. I think that would be really cool. Um, Cause I love this guitar. It's great. It sounds great. I love the pickups are the best sounding. In my limited experience with 7 string guitars, it's the best sounding pickups that I think I've heard in a 7 string guitar, or really any uh, guitars. You know, it's one of the best. And you know, it feels great. The only thing I'm not super stoked on this guitar, and it's just a personal thing. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that love it, but the neck shape on it, it I have the custom 24 7 string before they ended up making the 26.5 inch version. They had a 25 inch version. Atlanta, I actually think you have that. If I'm not mistaken, that's what you uh, use on your new single. But that's got like the super like razor thin neck, which I love. And this, it was average. It's listed as wide thin, but it's definitely way thicker than what they have on the other one, which is also wide thin. Not to say it's bad or anything. I just definitely prefer the other one. So that would be my only worry about a Holcomb 8 string. But with it being that wide, it might stand to actually have a little bit of extra depth on it. Um, yeah, I didn't love the neck on the Holcombs either. Yeah, it's weird because all three of the PRS 7 string SEs that they've made have all been they've all been listed as wide thin necks, but they're all different shapes. Apparently, I haven't actually played one, but the SE SVN, the one that they made before this and after the other one, apparently had an even beefier neck than the Holcomb, which I don't know. I don't know about that one. I considered getting one of those with the purple limited run they did over in Europe with the maple neck or the maple fretboard. I considered getting one of those for a while, but if the neck's thicker than this, then I'm good. But anyway, I said an 8 string purchase for me is probably down the road. Seven is enough for me to handle. I haven't even had these for a year, so I'm getting the Alpha Omega SD. My lord, dude, these allergies are killing my voice. Alpha Omega SD pickups. Put my 7 string, so that should be. Yeah, man, I got that done to mine. Hang on, let me go grab it. Yeah, they're great. I got them put into mine, and it's a super cool look. Mine actually, since mine, what year is mine? A 16. So in the last year, or last 2 years that they started producing these, they actually did black pickup rings on them instead of white pickup rings. So I've got like the black pickup rings, the blackout pickups. So kind of got a blackout look going on. It looks sweet. I love it, and they sound great. You know, this before with the pickups that I had in it or that came with it before, it was a little bit dull sounding, but this thing literally sounds almost exactly like that. And I would guess that the differences in tone would probably be by the amount of timbre that guitar has versus this guitar. But yeah, and, got my little string thing sticker there. Looks killer. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the blackout look. But yeah, anyway, we're here to make music, so let me stop talking your guys' ears off about gear. Actually, get back to tracking some stuff. So, what was I doing? I wanted to finish out the structure on this. That is what I wanted to do. So I don't know if I like having that there at the end. Is it Oh yeah, and then I wanted to go back into that. So let me excuse me. Let me find that and we can fly that in there. That's not the section. That's the section I wanted. And I can actually now delete this track. Should be cool. And I just cut that there. Let me do this. Try and smooth that over. See if I can just do that like one part. Let me not record bass. I do that way too many times that I like forget to switch my recording thing. Anyway. Okay, you saw me click on it. Why is it still recording bass? Okay. No longer recording bass. Let's try that, but actually in tune this time. Let's do some editing magic here. Bada bing, bada boom. And do the same thing here. See if that actually fixes the problem, or if it doesn't, then it doesn't. I doubt that that's going to fix it, but hey, you know, what do I know? Bass doesn't exactly line up, but I'll recheck that, fix it. But it's okay. Kind of works a little bit. All right, so we wanted to go back to that. Maybe have some like kind of like softer vocals in that section, and then hit it back. And then right here, go back to this. Yeah. I'll cut that there. It's a very choppy process. I usually like to be pretty neat with my demos, but this one, especially since like I got all the weird like cuts here for like in the mid measure stuff. It's a little bit out of whack, but the reason why I'm not organizing this as much as I normally do is I'm I'm not actually gonna program drums for this. I've got a drummer who's gonna do some stuff for it, like actual live drums, which is gonna be cool. It's gonna be the first track that we've done that hasn't. That's a lie. The 3 that I recorded obviously in the studio last year don't have programmed drums, but out of all the demos that we've made for the record so far that haven't been recorded, this will actually have live drums, which will be cool. So we wanted to fly that in there. I think I wanted to probably double up that. A little mistake there. So I think I'm going to leave it at just having like kind of the basic tracks, but I'm hearing, is there a way to make a note on this besides the markers? I guess this here is like the notes. There's got to be notes somewhere, right? I feel like I've seen that before. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, I wanted to add some like building like rhythm guitar there, increase the intensity, and that also I think will probably end up influencing the vocals, kind of at that point take it up a notch as far as like melody, raising it higher. Having a really difficult time articulating ideas tonight. Kind of like I did in the single that we released in the fall with the last chorus there. First time through it's just normal, and then the second time through you kind of raise the intensity. Not I'm saying that like it's the only song on planet Earth that's ever done that. There's plenty of tracks that have done that. It's not an invention of mine. And I think probably just hit that chord one last time there. And just call it. And maybe hit the low F sharp there on the bass. We'll see. Let's leave it at that for now. Track it up here. Okay, I'm sure it's probably just user error, something that I'm doing wrong, but I genuinely don't know why it's starting to like just randomly track bass. It's probably something that I hit, but anyway, cool. That is going to do it for this track. That's a good basis. Let me save and bounce this so I can send it off to my drummer later. Condense that to 110. All right, bounce that. Do it. And demos. It's actually kind of cool. I have to figure out the rhythms on that, but I kind of like that. I have to remember that for later. All right, save it. Moving on to the next thing, which what I want to do. So actually, what I want to do for this next track, I was playing this with drummer, and I was too lazy to tune my guitar up from A sharp to B, so I was like, let me just play it in G sharp, which is like way down tuned. But when I so I have lyrics for this song, and all that, and when I gave it to the vocalist, obviously when I'm designing, I wouldn't say obviously, but like when I'm designing melodies and whatnot, it's definitely focused more around my voice, which is a lot lower than his singing voice, at least. So what he tends to do is I tend to do it whatever's in my range, but he usually tends to take it like up an octave. So being in B, it was a little too high, but we tried it in A sharp and A, and I just wasn't digging the sound. And usually my rule of thumb is, you don't, when you write something, you usually don't drop tune it more than a whole step, because then it starts to kind of lose its mojo. But just on a random occasion, I decided to tune it to G sharp, and lo and behold, it actually sounded really cool. So I'm gonna retrack some of this in G sharp, because I've got a capo file. For anybody who's not familiar with capo, it's like, you can change speeds and down tune stuff. It's really useful for like when I'm doing covers, and most songs are in some variation of standard, and I never play in standard on a 6 string at least, so it's useful for down tuning stuff like that. It's also useful for slowing down stuff like a Mark Tremonti solo, where there's like a bazillion notes a minute. Or you can clip all these voice cracks and create a freaking blooper reel with it. Holy. Okay. So yeah, this is the track. I just copied it here. We're just gonna try and redo some of it and make it sound cool in G sharp. So you got that stuff. I think I actually know. Oh, I want E. No. Piano roll. That's what we want. There we go. This is actually a B, so I guess I can take this too. And pitch that down to a G sharp. Don't know how much of a difference it's gonna make for those, but hey, we can try anyway. I can definitely tell on that one. Obviously, all this stuff is in B. So that's the part that we're going to be retracking. So I think I need to tune this up. Also be interesting because I actually did track this before I did the pickup swap on my other 7 string. I believe. When was this done? This was done November. So yeah, this is way before I got the pickup swap. So it had the old pickups in it. So hopefully having the these pickups, the alpha omegas, will make it sound a bit more lively. I also think I might want to try and edit the rhythm part, because it kind of clashes with my part, which is and the rhythm part is, which it covers up those little things, which I think are cool. Kind of adds a new. I think it's kind of like the main element of that riff and adds a lot to the song. But and also the thing is, got an octave pedal on it here, because an octave pedal works in B. I don't know if I want to throw an octave down on it for G sharp. But we'll see. We'll just, for now. Actually, you know what I'll do? The drums. Oh, this is before I learned how to key roll the drums. I did pattern regions. Actually, like, mapped it out like that. That's such a weird way of doing it now that I think about it. Let me zoom this out to make it. So I think what I'm going to do, that way I still have a reference on sounds. Like I said, we'll still retrack all of it. It's just so I have a reference on sounds. I'm going to take these. Usually, is fine tune what it is? So yeah, fine tune, drop it three steps, which I just didn't do. Do I have to like? Oh, whoops! I have the drum selected here too. My bad. Now, oh my lord. There we go. That's what we want to do now. Which it's, for whatever reason, not doing. Okay, it's not letting me transpose for some reason. Do I have to? Oh no, oh, okay. So fine tune. Got it. That is different from transposing. So we're gonna take this and actually set it back to 0. I don't know why it doesn't come up with a transpose option, but I suppose I will have to do that for all the tracks individually, which is fine. Maybe. Oh, it's because this is a take. It's weird, it just didn't loop them all in. Why not? So you can't do that. There is definitely a way to condense all of these. Bounce and join. Hey, join. No. That wasn't it. What am I doing here? There's definitely a way that you can condense all the configure track header. Create track stack. Folder stacking. No, that's what it is. I want to undo the stack. Is anybody in chat familiar with Logic know how to do this? Take a take folder and make it one thing. There's definitely a way you can do it. What about bounce in place? No, that's all right. That's what I figured it'd be. Exporting. Command Z. Yeah, no. I know Command Z to undo, but like, what I want, like, you see how I did this in one take here. So like that's one track, so I'm able to do all these things. These are like 3 separate tracks on takes. So I want to like condense that down into like one thing. That makes sense. Option A is like ringing a bell. Is that? That is not it. Option A is it option Shift A? Don't know what I did there. Did something. It's like Control A. Maybe it was Control A. Control Shift A. This will be a huge problem because I've got all of these different takes. So this is why I'm not a fan of doing takes. I know like a bunch of let's wait, is join feature? Does that do it? No. Because I know like a bunch of producers and everything do. Oh, wait, here we go. Flatten and merge. Aha, there it is. Got it. Good deal. All right, so now I can transpose this down. All right, so this is gonna be a bit of a tedious process, so I'm sorry you have to watch me go through all this, but flatten and merge is Command U. So maybe if I just select all of these and then Command U. No, it's not Command U. Sorry, it's Option U. It's Option U. Except it's gonna merge. I don't really care. I'm just doing these for reference now. Apparently, my guitar track wants to be purple now. Okay. Sorry for doing all of that, but oh no, wait, now I got it. Well, maybe it's already. I did these 3 down. What if I select all of these now? Just gonna take it. Gonna take that. Ah, yes, I can transpose now. Okay, cool. Good deal. Good deal. To do that, but there we go. So now the whole track, actually these need to, can I just transpose these down to like, well actually like change the notes? I don't think it changes the notes, but it's okay. I know what it's doing for now. I can maybe fix that later if I care enough to do it. Alright, so now should be all in G sharp. Obviously when you pitch shift it down like that, it's not going to sound the best, but that's why we're here to retrack it. Alright, let's just start with my lead guitar, which I actually wanted to try this. This might be, can you add notes? Path folder to a specific, there's definitely a way you get, yeah. Aha. There you go, this. There's a way I can add notes to the track. That'll actually be helpful, so I can do guitar settings and what guitar I'm using for things, rather than having to color code the tracks by guitar, like I normally do. Which I don't believe is the way you're supposed to like actually color code things, but it's fine. All right, so we are going to nuke that and record. Sure. Who's mixing this for y'all? At the moment I am, just because we're doing demos, but where we live in Virginia, there's a studio called Red Amp Audio, which is a group of super chill, nice dudes, and they recorded and mixed and mastered the single that we put out in the fall, and the single that we've got coming out at the end of this month was done by them, and then we have a third single that we plan to put out. I hope next month, but thinking more realistically June, and most likely what we'll end up doing is going back to them over the summer to finish out the record, and that'll be a lot of fun. But it'll be like a slightly different crew than we had last time, probably. More, if you're familiar with movie terms or whatever, more like a skeleton crew or whatever. Because I actually had somebody come in and do producing and bass. I had a bass player and a producer for the 3 tracks that we did before. However, that gets expensive, so I think Phil, the vocalist, and I will end up just kind of like self-producing, and I will do bass, because I feel comfortable enough with my bass chops at this point. I've been working on it for a little bit, and obviously if I were to actually, once we like make the final call, like, hey, I'm going to be doing bass on this, I'll obviously have everything fully mapped out and practice just like I do the guitar parts. So yeah, it's a long answer, but yeah. But as far as the demos go, I just mix these myself. Very rough stuff. I mean, how much did I actually do on this track? I mean, you can see how little I really did. I mean, I just did levels basically, and then I did an EQ and compression and sidechain compression on the kick and the bass. But oh no, hang on. I was like, really? I forgot. This is the first track I actually did buses on, so I ended up EQing just the buses. So these are all the guitars, and yeah, it's just all the guitars. So I EQ'd that, and then added some Chroma Verb. I really love that plugin on all of these, and actually on the master I didn't actually do any like compression or EQing or master mixing on any of that. I probably should have, but hey, maybe that's something we can do on this time around, because I plan on tracking this and then sending it off to Phil and seeing what he thinks about it, having it down-tuned, because that'll probably be a lot easier for him to sing rather than having it all the way up in B. It's like way up there. Like I can't even reach that in my chest voice. So I gotta use head voice just to reach the notes that he's hitting. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead and what are the odds, over under, on me being able to make this in one go? I'm saying not very likely. I'll be shocked if I can. Let me try. Tone, what do I want to do? So obviously I want to have bridge pickup humbucker on this. I I could do single coil. I feel like having it be like neck pickup is a little bit too dark. I could do that. It kind of sounds a little bit cool. We'll try it, see how it blends, and go from there. Can't do it in one take. Let me just redo that. I did it again. I keep going to the next section. It's just blatantly not the next section. Obviously, the advanced math courses and all of that in school are just not paying off because I cannot freaking count to save my life. Try that again.
Cool. I kind of want to play that solo now after hearing that. I don't know why, but I just really, it's a little bit patting myself on the back, but I really like the solo I wrote for this. It's fun to play. All right, let's see how that sounds. That might be a little too dull. I don't know. We'll see how it sounds in combination with like the retract, which I guess I'll do right now. Yeah, let's do that. And see how that sounds. This will be a lot. Maybe once I add this in, it'll be a lot beefier and make sense, but we'll see. Messed that up. Cool. That should have been a dead giveaway before. I didn't even think about it. I've got the red here, so that's definitely my Tremonti I tracked on. So I remember now because I definitely tracked this on the Dole 7-string pickups because I remember having to tune up the Tremonti and pull that out to track the solo and actually get the notes to like stand out. Let me track the solo now, just because that's fun to play, and I've only got like 13 more minutes left to do this, so we'll get that done tonight. Then we're gonna pick up on this next week. That'll be fun. All right, so let me do this one first. I'll get the bright tone to do it. And I might grab one of the Tremontis and do that on the left pan just to get a little bit of a different tone rather than using the same guitar for all of it. Anyway, let's try it. That's so hard. I haven't. It's definitely I ripped that from Clint. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Alright, try it again. Except let me not float it up that time. I'm supposed to do the slide on. Also, I think my strings out of tune. Sure is. All of them are out of tune. Jesus. I have to go retrack those rhythm tracks now with how badly out of tune this is. So okay, we'll just say I'm getting into, what was it, microtonal music, and we're tuning this a quarter step down. Or not, yeah. No, we're tuning an eighth of a step down. That's what it is. It's a new chapter in my music. Oh wait, it's tracking at the beginning. I probably shouldn't play that, even though it's fun to do this. I flubbed up the legato. As it Yeah. Let me just redo that a little bit at the end there. That's so difficult. Why do I do this to myself? I'm super rusty on the legato because I haven't played any like solos in like months. I've just been full on writing mode. Right. No more excuses. And I just messed up the first note right off the bat. No more excuses. Get it sound. think my issue is like I have this bad habit of trying to like chicken pick at like just the worst times possible. I think this might be one of those times. I don't know, it's just a habit of mine. I just kind of do it. But I think it worked that time. Hopefully, maybe. A little bit. Yeah. I think that's good. It sounded fine in the right cup. All right. For the next tone. Actually, since I'm not on the low string, neck pickup should work fine for this. So I'm gonna go with that. Huzzah. Let's do it. Just right off the bat, mess up the first slide. Oh man. I messed up the legato and I messed up the... Anyway. Oh, what's up, James? Yo, that's gnarly, man. Good stuff. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. Let me see if I can just punch in on those parts and let me start from there. My finger keeps getting stuck on the fret, the slide. That's my issue. Still think it's weird because I think it's because this has a completely flat fretboard that I'm finding it a bit more difficult to do the legato stuff. Let's see how that sounds. It might not be too bad. Yeah, that one was pretty bad on that last one. Let's just try it one more time on this guitar and maybe I'll have to break out one of the other ones if the flat fretboard keeps getting in my way. Think that was better? I don't know. I couldn't really hear that well. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's good enough for a demo. Obviously, if I was recording this for like a studio song and release, I would refine it a bit more. But overall, I'm pretty happy with that. Made good progress on the first track. Also, managed to get done two portions of this, so that's cool. Glad we got to get that done. So that's one thing off my list. I've still got to finish this and finish retracking this, and then I've got another song that I've had written forever and a day that I just haven't recorded a demo for it. So that's what we're gonna do next week, because I'm only going to be doing one of these a week from now on, but we're going to be doing it here live on my YouTube channel as well as on my Twitch channel. So it's pretty cool. I'm super excited for it, and with me pivoting more away from like doing 4 or 5 streams a week, I'm going to try and focus more on doing content and stuff of that sorts. But I do truly want to thank you guys for all the support. We hit 100 subs on YouTube today. That was fantastic. We're quickly approaching 100 followers on Twitch. So that's also really cool. If you haven't yet, go head over there and check it out. It's twitch.tv/gmetzgermusic. So, and if you haven't yet, I've been posting a couple videos. I had a new cover come out this morning, and I'm going to be posting new covers every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. premiere, and I'll try to actually be there for chat and not be sleeping during it, but no promises on that. And I also have a new reaction video to Miles Kennedy's new track, fantastic as always, so go check that out. If you're on Twitch, here's a link to the YouTube channel, so where you can check that out. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram and Facebook if you're, what a Boomer Book. If you're on that, I don't know. I'm just on it because everybody else in the music world is on it. But yeah, go check it out. I try and post regularly on Instagram, and let me know if there's like any more content you guys want me to post on Instagram, or any ideas for like TikTok and stuff. I'm always open to new ideas for trying to do stuff, and I genuinely enjoy interacting with you guys. I feel like we're building a really good music community here. So yeah, just follow that. I'll give you guys a little sneak preview or whatever. I already kind of dropped it earlier in the stream, but we're going to officially start dropping teasers this Friday for our new single out April 30th. I'm really excited for that. We recorded this stuff almost a year ago now, so it's been a long time coming to get this stuff out. We've had a couple of hurdles to jump over with the big streaming platforms. Obviously, when you're a company worth billions of dollars, you're not really concerned about the small artists. So my issues that needed to be resolved were not at the top of the priority list, but they're all sorted out now. So we're gonna have it coming out April 30th. Really excited for that. If you haven't yet, go check out What a Shame. That's a single released last October. It's really cool. I think that's probably my favorite out of the 3 that we recorded, but they're all cool tracks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And Emilio on Twitch, Landon on YouTube, thank you for sticking. Like, y'all were here for like more than an hour, maybe even close to the 2. You guys are crazy. Thank you, James. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I think that's about it. I don't think I have anything else to say other than, again, I really do appreciate all the support. I'll be back next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat place, 9 p.m. EDT, next Tuesday, April 20th. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. And maybe it's actually my birthday week next week, so maybe we'll do something special for that. Maybe we'll see. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one if I can find the end button for this. There we go.